Have you ever heard of the saying, "Truth is stranger than fiction"? Well, today's story is a prime example. We're diving into the bizarre and unsettling case of Ed Gein, a man whose quiet life in rural Wisconsin hid some truly macabre secrets. His story would go on to inspire some of Hollywood's most iconic horror films, like Psycho, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs. Born in 1906, Ed Gein grew up in a very isolated environment, on a farm near Plainfield, Wisconsin. He was raised by a deeply religious and domineering mother, Augusta, who instilled in him a belief that the outside world was sinful. After his brother and father passed away, Ed lived alone with his mother. When she died in 1945, Ed was left completely on his own in the secluded farmhouse. What happened next is where the story takes a dark turn. Left to his own devices, Ed's isolation deepened. He sealed off the parts of the house his mother had used, preserving them like a shrine, and lived in a small, messy room off the kitchen. His fascination with anatomy, which he read about in pulp magazines and medical texts, grew into a disturbing obsession. The town of Plainfield was small, and people didn't pay much attention to the quiet, odd man on the outskirts. That all changed in November 1957, when a local hardware store owner, Bernice Worden, went missing. The last customer she had was Ed Gein. When police went to his farm to question him, they stumbled upon a scene of unimaginable horror. Inside his house, authorities discovered items crafted from human body parts. They found bowls made from skulls, chair seats woven from human skin, and a lampshade made from a human face. It was a true house of horrors. Investigators determined that Gein had been robbing graves from local cemeteries for years, taking body parts to create his grotesque collection. He later confessed to the murders of Bernice Worden and another local woman, Mary Hogan, who had disappeared years earlier. Ed Gein was found not guilty by reason of insanity and spent the rest of his life in a mental health facility. His case exposed a dark corner of human psychology and left a permanent mark on popular culture. It reminds us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not fictional creations, but real people living quietly among us. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most compelling cases. See you next time.